Okay, this is my tutorial for getting MA3D to visualize DMX being sent to it from an Artnet source. This tutorial is for SoundSwitch, but you could use it for pretty much anything that outputs Artnet. The first step is to download Grand MA2 on PC and MA3D. Those can be found on malighting.com in the downloads section. It's this one and this one. Once you've gotten those installed, open Grand MA2 on PC. First, click Backup, click New Show, click Check All. I'm going to call my show SoundSwitch Test, and click Please. Okay, so there's our current show, SoundSwitch Test. Next, you click Setup, then click MA Network Control. Click on the session name field and call it something. I'm going to call mine SoundSwitch Session. Hit Enter, then click Create Session. Now click the X and click MA Network Configuration. Click on 3D. Now it's time to open the second program you downloaded, which is called MA3D. Once MA3D is done opening, look in the lower left-hand corner. You can tell that MA3D is connected to Grand MA2 on PC because it has the SoundSwitch session name appearing in the lower left-hand corner. Switch back to Grand MA2 on PC and click Add Present. Right-click under Session Member to make it say Yes, and right-click under User. Here, click the username that you use to log into Windows. In my case, it's Administrator. Okay, so now you have to make sure that these two programs are talking to each other. Click on the X to close this window. Now it's time to add some lights. Click on Patch and Fixture Schedule. You have to input a name for your layer. I'm going to call mine Lights. Now click on From Library. For my test, I'm going to use 20 clay packy Sharpies. So type in CLAY under Manufacturer. And under Fixture, type in Sharpie. I'm using the Vector Lamp Off model. Click Import. Next to the quantity window, type in 20, and then click Apply. There they are. When I click the X, it's going to ask me if I'd like to save. Click Yes. MA3D is going to download the fixtures that you patch in MA2 on PC. Let's go and move the camera view so that we can see them. You can use the right-click, mouse wheel, and shift keys to navigate around MA3D. There they are. So there are our 20 fixtures, but right now they're all stacked up on top of each other. Just so that we can see them a little better, left-click and drag the box over all of the fixtures. Like this. Then shift-click the checkerboard. Up in the upper right-hand corner where it says Arrangement, click where it says Move. Instead of Move, we're going to use Matrix 2D. And then just click Apply. That's going to spread our lights out a little bit more and make them look at least a little bit interesting. They'd look a little bit more interesting if they were outputting some light. So the next thing to do is to send some DMX from Grand MA2 on PC to MA3D. I clicked Fixture. I'm not sure if you have to do that, but go ahead and click Fixture and then click the dimmer button in the upper left-hand corner. Directly underneath the dimmer button is a joystick. Click it and drag it to the right to turn your lights up. Now go over and click Move on the right-hand side of the screen, then use the yellow joystick at the bottom of the screen to move them around. So these two programs are talking to each other. Good. The next step is to set all of the DMX values for all of our fixtures to 0 in Grand MA2 on PC. Once we've done that, we're going to park them so that we don't accidentally get any DMX from Grand MA2 on PC. So first you're going to click Channel, then click Channel again. Using the number pad, enter 1.1. Click Through, click At, click 0, and then click Please. This will set all of our DMX values to 0, as you can see in MA3D. Now we have to park all of our fixtures here. So click Pause, click Pause again, click Fixture. On the number pad, click 1, click Through, click Pause, click Pause again, click Channel. On the number pad, click 1, click Through, and then click Please. The little P indicates that the fixtures are parked at their current DMX value. Now click Setup, click Network Protocols, and select the Artnet tab. This one is currently set to Output. We want Input, so we're going to right-click it and select Input. The only other things we have to do on this tab are to make sure that Network DMX if alone is highlighted, and also make sure that Artnet Input Active is highlighted. Now, if you were to send Artnet data to Grand MA2 on PC, it should be sent to MA3D. I'm not really sure why, but Grand MA2 on PC creates an old-school Artnet IP address on the network. It's 2.something.something.something. And we need to know what that IP address is. So click the Start menu, type CMD. Once the command prompt has opened, type ipconfig and hit Enter. You should see the IP address that your computer uses to connect to the internet. Usually it starts with 192. And you should see a second IP address that begins with the number 2. Write down the IP address that begins with the number 2, and also write down the subnet mask that appears beneath it. So that brings us to the end of the Windows portion of our tutorial. I'm going to go over to my Mac, and we'll pick it up there. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do when you open up your Mac is to click on the Wi-Fi icon and open up Network Preferences. I would go ahead and turn Wi-Fi off. It's better to use Artnet over Ethernet, if at all possible. In this tutorial, I deactivate my internet connection. However, if you're watching this on YouTube, you probably want to skip this. In the lower left-hand corner of the window, click the plus icon and add another of the same interface that you usually use to connect to the internet. Mine is called Thunderbolt Ethernet. I'm going to rename it Artnet to keep things simple. Click Create. Click where it says Using DHCP. From the drop-down, you're going to select Manually. The first 3 numbers of the IP address are going to be the numbers of the IP address beginning with 2 that you got from your PC. The last number can't be the same as the number from your PC because that IP address is already in use, but you should keep it within 50 or so. The IP address from my Windows computer was 2.168.0.100. As I mentioned, we can't use that address, so I'm going to make mine 99. The subnet mask was 255.0.0.0. Click Apply. Once it turns green, we're good to go. Open SoundSwitch. Click Edit. The first thing we're going to do is create a new venue. I'm going to call mine Sharpies. Now we have to add 20 Sharpies to this venue. We're going to choose Sharpie C61375 Mode 2 Channel 20. And click Add Multiple. We're going to add 20. And you can put them in a group if you want to. Now click Auto Address, Add, Done. In the upper right-hand corner, click on the gear icon. Now we're going to enable Artnet. Just like that. When we click over to the Hardware tab, we can see that our desktop is showing up, which is good. So click on an auto loop and hit play. You should see the fixtures start to light up. Mine are moving because I mapped some positions off camera. If you don't see your PC when you click on the gear and look at the Hardware tab, try going over to Grand MA2 on PC. Click on Network Protocols and turn Artnet input active off, and then click it again to turn it back on. That fixed it for me when it happened once. Other things you can do are close all the programs that are running and open them back up again. Make sure you save if you do this. If it still doesn't work, then try shutting down both computers and turning them back on again. If it still doesn't work, it could be that your network doesn't allow Artnet addresses. If that's the case, you can try plugging both computers into a simple unmanaged switch. You can get them at like Staples or Best Buy or Amazon or anywhere pretty much. I have to say thanks to MA Lighting for making this amazing visualizer, which is way better than any other free visualizer that I've seen. And also to the SoundSwitch and the SoundSwitch Facebook group, because I really, really love this software. Thank you for making it and helping me learn about it. I couldn't have figured out any of this stuff on this video without a few links that I found. I've posted those below. So thank you to the people who made those posts originally. That's about it. Have fun. Bye.